Hello, Cloud Crusaders. It's time for one of the greatest mysteries of the internet. No, it's not. Why does my Wi-Fi only act up when I'm about to join a Zoom call? It's the age-old question. What happens when you type uw.google.com in a browser? Typing w.google.com seems so simple, right? But the truth is, there's a whole adventure happening inside your computer. So strap in, because today we're going down the rabbit hole into the wild world of internet magic, also known as DNS, TCP/IP, and a bunch of other stuff your computer does while you're waiting for that cat video to load. The keyboard's first cry for help. When you hit enter, your keyboard screams out, "Hello, this person wants to visit Google. Somebody do something." Don't worry, keyboard, I got this. Time to check the cache. Caching a net. First, your browser checks if it already knows where Google is hiding. Imagine the browser like a very forgetful person checking a favorites list. Have I been to Google lately? Maybe I've got the directions saved somewhere? Ah, found it. Wait, nope, expired. Time to call for backup. DNS, the internet's phone book. Next, the browser phones up the DNS, the internet's giant phone book. It's like calling a friend and asking, "Hey, do you have Google's address?" But instead of calling one friend, it's calling a whole chain of them. Your DNS query hops around like a game of telephone until finally someone says, "Oh yeah, Google, I know them. Here's their IP address." And voila, now your computer knows where to send your request. Query service. Now that we've got the address, it's time to send a message. But not just any message. No, we're talking about tiny, organized data packets. These little guys are like the postal workers of the internet, delivering your request to Google's servers. They're ready for their road trip, but there's just one problem. The internet is a chaotic place. It's like a mail service where some letters take the scenic route, some get stuck in traffic, and some, well, they just decide to take a coffee break. But first, let's be polite. Before any of that happens though, your computer needs to be polite. It initiates a good old handshake with Google's server, like two secret agents meeting in an alleyway, but with fewer trench coats and more data. This is called a TCP handshake. Your computer says, "Yo, Google, you up?" Google's like, "Yeah, who's asking?" Then your computer responds, "It's me. Let's talk." Now they're both ready to chat. Sending the data, the grand road trip. All right, now that the handshake is done, it's time to send the data packets on their merry way. These packets have to navigate the wild west of the internet, jumping through routers, dodging firewalls, and stopping at toll booths. They're like little data adventurers, and each one's taking a slightly different route to Google's servers. But don't worry, they all make it in the end, even if some of them took the long way around. Google's server responds, sending the page back. Now that Google's received your message, it's time to send something back, aka the web page. Google's server starts assembling response packets, like a bunch of chefs putting together a meal and sending it out to you, one plate at a time. These response packets also take their own crazy road trip back to your computer, but once they all arrive, voila, you get a fully loaded web page. Browser puts it all together. When the packets finally make it back, your browser goes to work. It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle of the Google homepage. HTML is the picture, CSS is the color, and JavaScript is the fancy interactive bits. And boom! You're staring at Google's search bar, ready to ask it life's greatest questions like, why do dogs tilt their heads? Or what's the deal with pineapple on pizza? Recap, the wild ride of a simple. So let's recap what just happened when you typed w.google.com. You typed the URL. Your browser checked the cache. DNS found Google's IP address. Your computer and Google did a secret handshake. Data packets took a wild ride to Google. Google's server sent response packets back. Your browser put it all together into a web page. Wrap up, the magic of the internet. So, the next time you type a URL, just remember, there's a whole team of unsung heroes making it happen behind the scenes. From your browser's cache, to DNS servers, to data packets navigating the internet highway, it's a journey more exciting than you thought, right? Now you know what happens every time you hit enter. And while you're here, don't forget to hit our enter button, aka like and subscribe for more cloud-powered adventures. Until next time, keep those data packets moving.